Hello, beautiful people. How are you guys doing? I'm so glad to be in your midst again. Okay, so still on the Ooni Of Ife's Palace news that is coming out at this time. Okay, this very one is going to interest you a lot. I assure you this. Okay, so we are told that at this time, Ropo is telling dear Kabiesi, pick your best two wives, and maybe that could encourage Queen Naomi to return back to you. Okay, so this is advice that is being given by Paropo at this time to his son, our dear Kabiesi, the Ojaja II, the Ooni of Ife. So this advice is not coming to Kabiesi for the first time. For those of you who are keen followers of this channel and followers of the Palace News so far, you recall that not too long ago, Gise others once gave the same advice, exactly the same advice. And at that time, I think you sincerely did a story on this as well. And the Gise others actually mentioned the figure two at that time. Okay, so now we don't know why the number two is constant because the Gese others at that time told him try and pick the best two that you have. And now Paropo, of all people, is also, an influential member, of the elders council of the Gese family. The man is in his late 80s now. I want to believe, and so he passes for, a credible, not just a credible elder, but the father of the KBAC. So these two figure that is prominent. There should be a foundation to it that you and I may never know. Okay, so maybe there's something about that number two that ordinary mothers like you and I cannot fathom at this time. Honestly, Paropo on his own part is making this advice based on the seeming instability in and around the palace. Don't forget that just recently there was this rumor that Olori Miriam actually posted a video, an intimate video of Kabiesi and Queen Naomi in their, I think they have a wife's platform, WhatsApp platform or something like that. So it is said, it is alleged that Olori Miriam posted that video in that platform, and she posted it and removed it almost immediately. But she was sure that all the co-wives, had seen it at the time she was removing it. Okay, so I'm going to come back to this again. But the thing is, Paropo is rumored to ask Kabiesi, to help himself now that it still appears there is some glimmer of hope. Okay, Paropo believes that there might be some hope between Queen Naomi and Kabiesi, coming back. Maybe he's an elderly man. He sees things differently from our own perspective. And don't forget, he held a closed door meeting with Queen Naomi recently. So I wasn't there to know what they discussed. So I don't know where Paropo is getting this assurances from. It could be that they had conversation around this. You never can tell. You never know. Okay. So like I said, Paropo just had that closed door meeting very recently, and he could be speaking based on the assurances he purportedly got from Queen Naomi. Well, time will tell. Okay? Paropo, as an elderly man and father of all, does want the best for his son Kabiesi, of course. He knows and understands the peculiar love situation between Kabiesi and Queen Naomi. If he doesn't know, who else will know? This is the father of Kabiesi we are talking about now. Okay? So he feels for him as much as he feels for Queen Naomi. That's why he's always conciliatory in all his interventions. Okay? So the thing is, like we have reported in the past, Paropo sees Queen Naomi as his own daughter. Don't forget that he has a fair share number of ladies, of daughters, himself. And he kind of, believes that, this could have been his own daughter. And that is why right from the very beginning, he has always, so as I was saying, okay, Paropa has always been like a father figure to Queen Naomi, right from the time she entered that palace, okay? And the relationship has always been like that, okay? And don't forget that this is not just, Queen Naomi is not just like a daughter to him. She is also the mother of his most loved grandson, Tadenikawo, okay? So that is how close their relationship has always been, okay? So that's why uh, um, he's saying Queen Naomi has suffered enough already. And I think he's right on this. Queen Naomi has suffered enough already. She has been a beautiful daughter to him, regardless of the happenings, like I said, okay? But assuming all what we are hearing is true, why will Olori post an intimate? Why will Olori Miriam? I told you I was going to come back to this. Assuming everything we are hearing, especially yeah, if everything we are hearing is true, the question I want to ask is, why will Olori Miriam, post that intimate video of Kabiyesi and Queen Naomi and immediately delete it, even though, like it was reported, it was posted in the WhatsApp group of the Oloris. I really don't understand it. I find it very, inappropriate. So what is this supposed to achieve, if I may ask? Where is the sense of civility and decorum? Imagine this level of disrespect. How dare you treat our dear Kabiyesi issues with this high level of reckless abandon? Where is the royal etiquette in the palace? Why this self-inflicted path to perdition? Must you sacrifice everything on the altar of self-aggrandizement at all times? So many questions and very few answers coming at this time. I'm very, very angry with Olori Miriam at this time because what she has done now does not just speak of disrespect alone, but it speaks of total disregard for the norms, that is being practiced in the palace. Don't forget that we are talking of a Yoruba, the spiritual father of the Yoruba worldwide, the Yorubas worldwide. So you can't treat him with this sort of level of levity, posting his intimate video between a video between him and Queen Naomi. What's the meaning of that? How can you do that? How can you do that? You know, so so the question I'm asking at this time is, what is the essence of posting that video? What is really the essence? Assuming that that video, mistakenly gets to the public, what do you think? What do you think will be happening now? The social media will definitely be, buzzing now with this story. It would. I can assure you that this will have broken the internet, completely broken the internet. So I'm waiting to see. I'm happy that Ropo has said about this. Our dear KBC has said about this, and I'm very sure the Gise family, the elders, who are always very proactive, have also heard this, and I'm waiting for that action they will take, because this is unacceptable by all reasonable standard. This is unacceptable. Honestly, how do you do this? How do you do this? Because anything could have gone wrong, in trying to post that video. And who knows who has seen it among the Oloris? Who knows the one that has seen it and possibly saved it somewhere else before she deleted? Who knows? Who knows? I hope we're not going to be in for one sort of drama in years to come. That's assuming one of the Oloris who has saved this video decide to exit the palace tomorrow and decide to act stupid. How do we explain this? So like I said, I'm really waiting to see what action KBC will take against Queen Naomi, against Olori Miriam. And I'm sure a lot of you listening to the sound of my voice at this time are equally eagerly waiting to see the action that will be taken against her, because this should not be allowed to slide just like that. Okay? And now, so do you blame Paropo for suggesting this as a way out? Suggesting that he should also, at this time, pick his best two Oloris. if he wants to stand a chance, to ever have Queen Naomi back. Are you surprised? I am not surprised. So do you also blame Paropo, for telling our dear Kabisi to stop bringing more Oloris? I don't blame him. I can't blame him, because if he wants Queen Naomi back, he must take actions that will show his seriousness. It is not business as usual that you talk without action. So Paropo of all people knows what he's saying. So I do not blame him, for making these suggestions at all. I certainly will not blame Paropo, and I'm with him 100% on this. Okay? Because come to think of it, what other options are truly available to Kabiyesi at this time? What other options? If truly he wants Queen Naomi back, what other options does he have? What other options? I'm asking. But this now leaves us with the choice of the two wives to be chosen. And what I mean is, if Kabiyesi is faced with this option as the last resort, who are going to be those two Oloris? I know Kabiyesi knows them better, but I'm going to honestly ask. Probably after picking Dr. Lizzie, as most of us will expect, who else is coming in? I have looked at the rest, and I'm still wondering who that number two could possibly be. As I'm speaking to you now, I honestly wouldn't. I honestly don't know who would join Dr. Lizzie if we are faced with this choice at this time. And now I really understand why uh, Olori Ashley is said to be in some sort of quandary, because if this choice of KBC to pick two becomes mandatory and is the last resort, and you and I are talking of Dr. Lizzie right now, what is going to happen to um, what's her name again? What's going to happen to this woman? What is going to happen to her? Because Ashley, of all people, was that name that was mentioned as one of the conditions that Olori Mariam gave. You know, that's one of the people that person that must be divorced before she can come into the house. So if you are now already calling Dr. Lisa as one of the people, one of the Oloris that can possibly stay, it's also obvious that Queen Ashley, Olori Ashley, cannot be anywhere found as that number two person. Perhaps this explains why she's running around in circles and making all manners of mistakes and eventually landing in the traditional court, where we are told she almost escaped banishment because of the overwhelming nature of the disrespect to Paropo, it was allegedly reported. So this is what we are hearing at this time, and we thought it wise to bring it to you. Okay, so assuming this story is true, like we always say, what do you think? Who should our wife number two be? Please keep your language very civil as you drop your comment in the comment section. I want to hear from you soon. So I'm going to be back here again. God bless you. Bye bye.